before service, on the battlefield, and beyond. Read Bravo.
All right, what's going on, everybody? I'm Liam Cogan. This is the 3 Bravo podcast, and today we're going to be going into a before service breakdown. So this is a breakdown. This is a podcast segment that I do for those of you who have not yet decided if you want to join the service or not, or if you have decided and you're trying to figure out what branch, what to do, and generally how to do it. So this one is generally dedicated to what should I do. So this is for those of you who have absolutely decided this is what I want to do. Okay. These are going to be the steps to success. Now, if you haven't decided what you want to do, maybe check out a different podcast that I've put out called Before Service, whatever it is, or joining the military. Check those out. Figure out what you want to do. This is for the folks who have figured out what they want to do. They want to get in. And these are generally, okay, so listen, everyone's going to have their own experience. Everything's going to be different. There are different ways to do things. These are what I think from my research and what I know about benefits, the military, and the service afterward, to set yourself up for the highest degree of success and to have the most fun while you're in, okay? So step one, and some of these will sound stupid, and that's probably because you're a veteran, you're listening to this right now. But if you haven't joined, if you have yet to join, this is going to be gold for you. So step one, when you enlist and go through your A school, like selection, so that means you enlist, you go to basic, and then there's going to be a function or job that the military is going to need you to do. You're going to need to go to an extra school to do that successfully. You could be going to, BUDS, to basic underwater demolition school, or you could be going to A school to be a medic. There's 1,000 things in between. Every single job has a school, right? You're not just going to show up day one and know how to be a diesel mechanic unless you already know. But come on, blow me if that's you. Just you're fine. So what I want to say here is this is your first step into the military. You're going to your A school. You're going to go to your first actual command. Do not be embarrassed, ashamed, whatever you want to say about the barracks and the galley. Okay. This is step number one to a successful life in the military. And I'll tell you why. Okay. Now, maybe you're not, and a lot of people weren't, but I was. And it was stupid because when you show up to the barracks or the galley, yeah, you're like, dude, I'm tough. I'm in the military. I'm away from home. I want everyone to think I'm cool. I want to have my own apartment. I want to have my own house. I want to have a sweet Mustang that I want to pay 30% interest on. You want all these awesome things. And what you really need to focus on is just enjoying this part of the process because it is sick. Barracks life with galley food is a sweet part of the process. It's like college. You're with your friends who might not even be your friends for very long, or they're your friends for the rest of your life. You're going to be hitting the galley. You're going to go get jacked. You're going to be eating for free. You're going to be living for free. You're going to be swiping the shit out of Tinder. Enjoy it. Enjoy this time. You may not have status. You may not be cool. You may be shaving your head straight down to the bone. But trust me, these are some fun times, and they're completely carefree. Save some money. Go to the galley, get jacked. So that is completely step number one. That's all it is. Enjoy the galley. Enjoy the barracks. It is a simple life. It is a fun life. It can be awesome or it can suck. If you want to get off and you want to do cooler shit and you want to be at the next step, which a lot of us always do, you might not appreciate how chill and fun this part is, okay? And it might not feel that chill because you're getting used to military life and whatnot. Get chewed out every once in a while. Dude, go watch Inglourious Bastards. I've been chewed out. Okay, it's not that bad. Number two, eliminate all the small worries. Okay, so what does that mean? When I was in, especially being in like the soft community, you want to have the long flowy hair because that's what we all saw in movies and TV shows and shit, and we all thought it was sick. And so you like fight the power constantly to like have the sick hair, have the stubble, have a beard at any point in time. Don't. If you commit, just go in and commit and say, dude, I'm down for the barracks. I'm down for the galley. I don't give a shit. I'm the hardest dude who's ever lived. I'm going to get jacked. I'm going to be fast. I'm going to shave my whole head and I'm going to shave every morning. You will have a way better experience, okay? You'll have a better time and you'll have a better opportunity to do like a successful career that you enjoy. You will have a better time. Happiness is in your mind, not in your location. Okay. If you're getting beat, you can be happy. I've had some funny ass times in some hard beatings. It's just where you're at in your mental headspace. So when you wake up in the morning and you're in the military, dude, shave that head. Okay. Shave that head and go invest in a nice razor and shave your face. And then also take a pair of cammies, take it to whatever Asian lady is at whatever, base dress shop, on base or off base. Take it to her and say, hey, I need these to just be starched out of their mind and never change at all. You get one pair that just doesn't even move, okay? Like they're basically cardboard, and then you just have to change your pins on it. There's a website that you can go to even get your full new rack. You just continue to update it with whatever is in your service record. Okay, so figure those things out early. How do I find my service record? And how do I order a new rack every time I need one? And there you go. You have a starched out, mission ready set of cammies for your dress whites, dress blues, whatever. And then you have all the access, all the tools. You save those little the thing that makes you, a new rack. You save that website. You have everything you need to be squared away, and now you can just have fun. Carefree. Totally carefree. Go get jacked. And listen, dude, if you're bummed out because you think you don't look sick bald, guess what? You know who doesn't look sick bald? Skinny losers. Okay. So this goes into point number 3. So point number 2, eliminate the small worries. Go bald, shave your face, get a sick razor, get your uniform all squared away. This should be week 1. You show up at a school, just get it all done. Have like a really lame week, make everything super squared away. Then you'll know what to do for the rest of your career. If you skip it, you'll know nothing like I did. I didn't know how to do anything. I didn't know how to square away my uniform. I knew nothing. I knew how to burn off IPs and to be hard. And being hard gets you pretty far. Being an athlete gets you pretty far. However, then it comes down to like the professionalism side, and you have like a 0 out of 0 or 0 out of 100, and people are going to be pretty pissed. So square yourself away week 1, learn everything you need to learn, and then you will have an easy time with all of that in the future. And then you can focus on what matters, getting jacked. Go to the gym every day. Okay. Continue running, but it's easy to maintain running shape from the jump. All you have to do is you jog for 10 minutes on speed 5 on the treadmill before you work out in the gym. And then you jog for 10 minutes at speed 6 or however fast you want to go when you're loosened up at the end of your workout. Otherwise, crush creatine, demolish protein, crush steak and eggs if you can afford it. If you can't, dude, just eat beans and weenies. Just do anything to get huge. Okay, because if you're huge, you're fast, and you're bald, and you're tatted out of your mind, you are going to be happy. Okay, and you have the barracks, you have no responsibilities, you're just getting beat, you're getting into the gym, and you're getting tatted huge. You're being exactly who you need to be, okay? Look the part. That is the whole step 3. Step 3 is look the part. So let's go back over this for folks at home. Enjoy the barracks. Eliminate the small worries. And look the part. Very simple, but this will make you so much happier during your career. And even if you're not doing a career, you're doing 4 years, there are a lot of people who get into the military and they just bitch and moan, like, what are you going to do when you get out? It's like, and I've been that guy too. And I've also been the opposite of that guy and been a great motivator. And the difference is just selling out, like just committing to the mission, okay? It's easy to be negative. Don't be negative. Surround yourself with the positive people and just look the part, get jacked, get tatted, square yourself away, and enjoy the step that you're in, okay? Step number 4. This is important, okay? And it's step number 4, but it really should be like step number the second you get out of boot camp. Set 455 billion alarms on an alarm clock that has a plug and batteries. Do not trust your phone. Now, you're going to set 100 alarms on your phone. Set them for like 5:30 or 6 a.m. When you get older and you get all stressed out like all veterans are, you're going to get up that early anyways. So when you're young and hammered drunk now and tired from working out and getting beat all the time and being stressed, set a billion alarms at like 6:30 in the morning every day. Now, if you have to be up earlier, set them earlier. I'm not your dad, okay? Set a bunch of alarms on your phone, yes, so you have the mobility. But number two, get a physical alarm clock at your house so you never get screwed over. This happened to me one time. I had been late. I don't think I had been late as a new guy. And then I had this, I was obvious, but I was still a bit of a nightmare. But I had one moment where no shit, we were doing pre-deployment. We're doing some meetings with some agents in the country we were going to deploy in. And no joke, I wake up and I'm like, oh God, I shouldn't just be waking up. What time is it? The sun is up. I'm getting ready. I'm getting shaved. My hair was too long. Nothing was squared away because I'm an idiot. And I look at my phone and it had done an update. And this is no joke. Why would I joke about this? My phone had done an update while my alarm was supposed to go off. So then I just slept in. Always have a hard alarm clock with your phone. These are easy things to do. I'm talking the stuff I'm telling you to do is something that you can knock out the first week that you are on base. Number 5, this is going to take some discipline. Save your money because you're not going to be making a lot, but starting the habit of saving $50 from every paycheck from the second you get in will change your life from being a dude who struggles to being a dude who crushes. Okay. That's it. I'm not going to tell you anything else other than save $50 in a savings account that makes some interest. Okay, so 2%, not so great. 4%, pretty good. Find something low risk. Okay, and the way you do that is if you got Navy Federal, if you got what's the other one? Armed Forces, whatever bank you have, just say I want to open up a savings account that accrues interest. Say that. Call them. Again, you can do all the things I'm telling you could do in a day. Call them. Say that. Put $50 so you can set it up for a recurring payment on your app. On your phone app, and it will pay that account $50 every month out of your paycheck. Don't pay attention to it. That's not even your money. Don't pay attention to it. When it gets to be enough money, I'll tell you what to do with it soon, but not the next step. So step number 6, take school as soon as you can. Okay. And this is going to sound stupid because it's like, at least for me, I got in the military because I didn't want to go to school. So if that's you too, give it some time. I was 19 when I got in, so it took me 4 years until I actually started thinking about it. And after 4 years, I was like, you know what? I'm 23. I might actually want to take some classes. And I did start taking some classes. And guess what? It was massive when I got out. I had wished I'd taken more because you can only take a certain amount every year, and it's not that many. Okay, so if you're taking 1 to 2 classes every semester, maybe just like 1 class every semester, that's maybe all you're going to be allowed to take. And it's very, very manageable. These online courses are pretty easy. And truth be told, if you use AI when you're not supposed to, but it is a massive, massive leap from a guy who has no education to a guy who has a degree when they get out, especially if you got it while you're in. It's pretty impressive. So save that money, get some college if you can. Okay. Cause your command is going to have to approve it. And from here, you can check out my podcast on taking college while you're in, or you can work through your command as it stands. I would just go watch the podcast and then go through the command. So that's step number 6. Step number 7. The millisecond, the nanosecond, the plank, whatever is super duper small. The second you get the go ahead, the green light to get off base. So for me, it was E5. I got to my first command, and then they basically wrote us a letter, and they were like, "This is for off base housing," and that was something that I knew was going to happen in ahead of time. When you get the go ahead to get off base housing, now you can get that 1 by getting married really fast to a stripper, or 2, you can wait until you're about an E5 or somewhere in that ballpark, and they'll let you get off base housing and into your own apartment. Do that immediately. Now, this is what you're going to do, though. The second you get that green light, you're going to go look for a VA home lender, okay? find a good one, someone that you trust. Now, I'm going to recommend someone. His name is Kyle Perks. He's my brother-in-law. This is full-on nepotism. I'm recommending him because he's my brother-in-law. Now, he also has handled 3 or 4 home loans for me, and he is the absolute man. He's really just a bro and a good dude to talk to. But if you don't want to go with him, I'm going to put his link in the description. If you don't want to use him, use someone else. I don't care. I'm not getting paid by Kyle to do that. I had a good time, so maybe you will too. In the end, all you need to do is you get the go-ahead. They're saying, hey, this, you guys are all getting E5. You're going to be cool to go off base, get off base housing. Immediately find a lender. Talk about the VA home loan. They'll basically do a credit check on you. If you don't have credit yet, you're not going to be able to get something very expensive. However, you can get something, and that's what you want to do. Get a house. And if you can't get something nice and fancy and what you always dreamed about with a white picket fence, dude, who cares? Get something close to base that you can rent for the rest of your life. Usually stuff to close to base is cheap as shit too. So buy something close to base that you can afford, and then bring all the homies in it. And now you have the bachelor pad you've always wanted with all the boys. Enjoy that for a couple of years, and then move out of it, because you're going to be making money on that house. So then you start renting it. You're going to be a senior sailor, senior, whatever, airman, senior Marine. You're going to be able to move into a better house, and now you've got a rental. Okay. And you didn't use all of your VA home loan. So now you can use more of it, and you can get another house on a VA home loan. If you want to find out how to use the VA home loan, watch my video on the VA home loan. However, use it when you can. Trust me. Okay. Buy a good rental. You will be so happy you did. You are going to be so far ahead of everyone you know. You're going to buy a house when you're 22. You're going to be a total stud. I could have done this when I was 21. I wish I would have. I really wish I would have. I have no, it might be one of 3 regrets I have in my life, real ones. And then lastly, this is a very, very simple step. But remember these things. Plan for skill bridge, disability, vocational rehab, and employment, and the GI Bill. I have videos on all of those things. Check them out when you're ready for it. If you're not ready to get out, give yourself some time. If you want to just check them out to figure out what the hell they are, go ahead. That's all you need to know. And I'm going to go over it real quick one more time before I leave you guys, just to hammer this in, because when you get in the military, you're going to understand that's what we do. Enjoy the barracks. Eliminate the small worries. Get jacked and tan and tatted. Set a bunch of alarms. Get a real deal alarm clock. Save your money. Take school as fast as you can. And the second they let you get a VA home loan, go get one. And lastly, plan for your exit. But if you do all of the things I just told you, you're going to have an awesome career. You're going to be completely squared away for the second you get out. And then when you're getting ready to get out and you're about 1.5 years away, come check back in to all of the veteran podcasts about all of the GI Bill, VRE, all that stuff. Otherwise, stay tuned. Keep watching. Watch the military veteran news. I put it out every single week. And if you do join and you want to be Special Operations Forces, stay hard. I'm Liam Cogan. This is 3 Bravo. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.